Restaurants are, in a lot of ways, very old school. It's and the same POS system that I first used in 1985, which was a Micros 2700, is not any different than what the POS systems are that we use today. Today you have some more bells and whistles. You have a little bit more interface with other programs, but essentially it does the same exact function, and that's part of the restaurant issue, is that the relationship between the guest and their food, between the guest and the restaurant, between the guest and the people that work in the restaurant is essentially unchanged. So you have a business that is essentially static, but the world is not, and people's expectations have changed and people want to use technology. So how does the restaurant industry then move forward and embrace that technology in a smart way? That's one part of the issue, that they can serve the guest. The other part of the issue is that the use of technology in the restaurant is limited. The items that are available for us to use to help our business are also incredibly limited. You have a lot of very smart tech people, but you don't have people, they're not listening to what the restaurateurs really need. It's incredibly expensive, and we don't see the return. If I invest in more tables, I have a ROI that I can use, and I know that if I add that table, if I add those 4 seats, this is what I'm going to get returned in profit. If I add more Aloha or Micros or Breadcrumb or whatever system I'm using, if I add more of those terminals to make it easier for my staff, it's very hard for me to get a return on that. And then the programs that really deal with guests, that gets a little better, but it's still difficult. It's still a big investment. So there are a lot of things that we can do technologically for the old dog to learn some new tricks, but it's really about how we interact with people outside of the restaurant. Once they get into the restaurant, they're buying this person-to-person experience. So having technology as part of that experience is good, but it can never replace, at least until there are robots that can do what some of the best servers can do, then it won't change.